I'm going to introduce David Sparrow, who's from Art Beyond Belief, and his organisation does a huge amount of work all in this field, and we're really glad to have you, both as a part of the partnership who brought this whole event together, but also the work that you do in Slough. So I'm going to hand over to David, and I know you have a video for us.
Thank you very much, Liz. Well, good morning. It's a real pleasure to be here today, looking into the nature of isolation, its causes and its effects. I'm David Sparrow. I'm the chair of Slough Faith Partnership. I'm a trustee of South East England Faiths Forum, and for my day job, I'm the creative lead of Art Beyond Belief, a charity set up in 2005, working with mental health, education, autism, and what we might call the other. The idea for this conference came from a Faith Partnership member and was enthusiastically taken up by members and by South East England Faiths Forum and by Public Health, who have been so helpful in making this event happen. I have a friend who, for more than 25 years, I would meet with once a month and would go out for a meal. During these meals, we would talk about the state of the world, philosophy, all kinds of things. Often, we would meet at Richmond or Ealing Broadway, and in the process of travelling, one of us would come across a homeless person on the streets, and this would become part of our conversation. My friend would get agitated, saying this is not a poor country, nobody should be homeless, nobody should be hungry. I agreed, and I still do. The isolation and loneliness that comes from simply being homeless is appalling. And it's worth remembering that there's a big difference between loneliness and solitude. Indeed, in Switzerland, loneliness is taken so seriously that an animal rights law introduced there in 2008 makes it illegal to own just one guinea pig at a time. The law was part of a legislative push to grant social rights to pets that tend to get lonely. Guinea pigs, for example, are herd animals, so having at least one furry companion to share a cage with should supposedly boost their quality of life. But what if one of a pair should die? I hear you ask. Fortunately, there are now rent-a-guinea pig services in the country that provide partners to live with lonesome guinea pigs for the remainder of their lives. As the creative lead of Art Beyond Belief, based in Slough, I've had the privilege of working with many mental health service users who have attended our Looking Glass courses and more recently our Curator programme. Last year, participants in the Beyond Curator programme looked at the idea of being and belonging, and in the light of this made several interviews of prominent executives of the local authority. They also interviewed Alan and Winston, two men who had been living on the street and who were helped back into society by shelter. Both men give us an idea of the struggle involved in regaining their dignity and the fragility of holding on to it. I thought you'd like to see and hear this short movie. Thank you.
I was born here, brought up here, went to school here, but as soon as I got a chance I just went off. A geographical, that's what they call it in AA and NA, because I run everywhere I run to, and that's what I do, I just run. Now I wake up in a lovely flat, it's not a massive flat and it's not in a great area, but to me it's beautiful because I've got painted it blue over there and it's white over there. I've got a little sofa here and a little chair there, and I paid for it all myself. I never got no help from no one. Didn't even ask for any help. And it's a beautiful flat. And I love waking up there. I always wake up on the sofa because I ain't used the bed yet. I bought a nice single pine bed because I'm never sharing my bed with anyone ever again. I'm happy in my little bubble.
Thank you, David, for that video. Very powerful.